You know what they say. The best way to predict the future is to create it.
So call a few people on the same vibe and we'll look to support you in this thing we call life.
So then I thought,
Let's level up the cast on NFL Conversation.
introducing the crew.
It's your man's Josh Norman.
Welcome to the show.
Morris Chestnut here. It's about that time.
This is Brian Urlacher. No introduction needed.
Yo, what up, baby? It's Derek Augustine.
You guys need me to suit up?
Good to see you, man. Your dog all right? Is your dog all right? Well, we signed the Heisman Trophy winner. We drafted him, Devontae Smith. You know him? Yeah, I know him. Okay, you know him. Okay, cool. I
told him, hey, you're probably gonna get hurt. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Just get ready for it.
What up? It's your girl, Josina Anderson, and it is time to get started. What up? What up? Welcome to the crew, episode 18. And as you know, we have a very big show for you. As always, we got special VIP guest, Chargers cornerback Chris Harris in the building for the show after that big win over the Bengals. We also have comedian Roy Wood Jr. in the house. He's coming up, and we got reporters Omar Kelly and David Newton to talk about the Panthers and the Dolphins as well. You know that you can find us on thecruiseshow.com. You can find us on youtube.com/undefined with Josina Anderson. And as always, you can download the USA Today app on your televisions and watch our show there. But for right now, it is time for Crew Call. All right. Look at who we got in the building. Our resident Eagles fan, Morris Chestnut, who is feeling a little bit.
What up?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, it was an all right victory today. It was an all right W.
All right, Victor over the Jets. Derek, you're muted, Derek. There you go. You got something to say to Morris, our resident Saints fan who disappeared on that. He was big.
No, it was
All-American for Netflix and doing all that stuff. Go ahead.
they played a very good game, man. And I gave him his props. So
They did.
man, congratulations. My Saints just can't get right, and it's okay.
Oh Lord,
All right.
oh Lord. Bring up your spirits. Bring up
Next
your
season gonna be a
spirits.
great season.
Oh, okay. You're already talking about next. And of course, we got a very special, Chester Pitts in the building, former NFL guard extraordinaire. Welcome, Chester Pitts. We appreciate it.
What's happening? Morris, Derek,
What up?
Justina, what's happening? Good
What's
to
up,
see
Big
y'all.
Chester?
Y'all look
What's
good,
good, man?
on TV, man. Y'all look good in HD.
Hey,
like
man,
it,
you fit right in there, Chester. You fit right
yeah,
in.
you fit right in, brother.
Try to be like y'all, man.
Hey, listen,
You got it.
Thanks for having me on, though.
just so the
Thanks for
folks
joining us.
just so the folks can see him real quick. Here's Roy Wood. He's gonna be joining us a little bit later. What's up? You in your
Man.
basement? What you doing in your basement?
You know Chester doing all right. He got 4 different brands of water on the shelf in the back. I like that. That's a real comfort. When black people got the water on display.
Chester, are you hydrated for the show? You
You
hydrated
already
for
know.
the
I
show?
got to. You know, big fellas, we dry out quick. We sweat a lot.
Oh well, hey, Chester was just calling the Houston Texas game, so he's a little bit hoarse, but that's all right. We can hear you. Roy, you're gonna join us in a little bit. We got some special stuff with you later in the show, so everyone stick around. All right, so we will talk to you in a bit. Right now, it is time for instant game reactions. Everybody, here we go. All right. So the first game we are going to talk about, fellas, Washington beating the Raiders 17-15. Are you Taylor Heineke believers, guys? He went 23 for 30, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, a rating of 101. The team is 6-6. So Morris, are you on the Heineke bandwagon now?
Listen, I think Washington, a well-coached team, they have a very strong defense, and Heineke, he does have a little something. He is a backup, and but he's stringing together some good games, so he could be dangerous in the NFC East. He could be dangerous.
Chester, what are your thoughts on the Washington football team? I mean, this is a team that Ryan Fitzpatrick did not come back to. Obviously, didn't go with Cam Newton. Got a guy who's a backup. Made the playoffs. With them last year. Obviously, didn't get the win against the Bucs, but performed well. That's what led him to being a starter this year. What are your thoughts?
Out the gate, the biggest thing I like about Heineke is pay attention to the guys that are blocking for him. Pay attention to the guys, his teammates, that the way they rally around him and the energy that they have. They always just love what he brings to the game. He plays, just everything he has and gets it out there. Now, does he need to clean up some things? Of course. Is he a bona fide starter? Not just yet. But he keeps playing like he did today, and I'm going to have to change everything I just said because he will be a bona fide starter.
Hold up. Come back out, Matt. He's not Derek, do you agree with that? Taylor's not a bona fide starter yet in the NFL?
I mean, he's doing something right. He's starting now, right? So he has an
Listen, this is the same. No, come on now. This is the same thing I had to go through with Brian and look. Just because you start in the NFL doesn't mean that you're a starter.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
So
okay.
it's like, come on now. We gotta see more. See some more long term things.
Morris, I think they still trying to find their identity offensively. This team has been a defensive team for a long time. That's what's been keeping him in the game. So I think he gives him a little spark, but you're right. He needs a little bit more to prove. So we'll see.
Okay, hold up, guys. They've only won 4 straight against the Bucs at Carolina, no less, where it became the Heineke homecoming versus Seattle, and then at Raiders 17-15. But he's not a bona fide starter yet. One more comment here.
So don't confuse bona fide starter with being a player.
Okay.
Don't confuse those.
That's right.
Bona fide starter is a guy that week in, week out is the best guy at the position you got on the team.
Okay.
Now, and that's barring injuries.
Yes.
Once you factor in an injury and being the best guy, that doesn't make you a bona fide starter. That's just a starter by default. There is a difference.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
Just to be clear.
Okay, hold on, guys. Let's move on to the next game. Minnesota at Lions. The Lions, Chester, get their first win. Your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown was the one in the back of the end zone that clutched that. I think they gave the game ball to the head coach, Dan Campbell. He actually said something nice about, the tragedy that happened with the Oxford stuff here.
Yeah.
So the Lions are able to finally get into the win column.
Did you see the hashtag fire everyone? In Minnesota, everybody walking around with a brown bag over their head. Like, it is hilarious. The fans going nuts, killing them. And you deserve it when you lose to a winless team and they 0-10. Cut it out.
Lord.
But they haven't been playing great football in Minnesota lately, man. I don't know what's going on. They pull their stuff together.
Minnesota has been playing very inconsistent football. They're up, they're down. And they need to find some consistency. I know they want to put it on the quarterback. Sometimes the defense let them down today. They just need to get more consistent, and I don't think he's going to last. I don't think he's going to last this year, the coach.
Okay. So let's go ahead to Morris's Eagles, who beat the Jets 33-18. I don't know how much we're celebrating this win. You should have done.
Okay.
Chris Rock would say, or even Roy would probably jump in here and say, you don't get credit for ish you're supposed to do. So, I mean, were you jumping around your kitchen on this, or what was going on?
Well, Roy Wood must not be an NFL fan, because anytime you can win an NFL game, you have to take that. Something
Absolutely.
Listen, you see what I'm saying? So see, this is how people do. This is how fans do. They want to talk about the Vikings losing to Detroit, and then want to say, well, the Eagles should have beat the Jets. Anybody can win on any given Sunday in the NFL, Josina. You know that.
How many times have you heard that's why they play the games?
That's why they play the games. Exactly.
You gotta go out there and find a way week in and week out.
Exactly.
Okay, well, let's talk about this last game here. Giants at Miami. Miami wins this 20-9. Tua is still showing up. Okay, we're gonna talk about that later with Omar Kelly. Remember, they didn't get Deshaun Watson, what have you. We'll go into that part later. But as far as the game, look, Daniel Jones didn't play. He had the stiff neck, so he couldn't obviously be an umpire in a tennis match. They got Mike Lennon in there, what have you. So it's another game where you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do, but it's the fact that Tua is still continuing on.
Well,
I hear you. I honestly don't think Tua is a great quarterback, and I don't think he will be in this league. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stick to that. But I mean, the Giants, they're inconsistent, man, and their starting quarterback was out. Just like when the Eagles played the Saints, the Eagles were supposed to win that game, and the Giants today was supposed to lose.
Wow. So so Chester. So I'm listen, Chester. So what we're gonna do, Chester? We're just gonna go down the list, and we're gonna say who's ever supposed to win this game. Now we're not gonna play that game. Just not play. Y'all don't come to the stadium. Don't leave your house. We just gonna give this team an L, this team a W. Ain't no supposed to this, supposed to that in the NFL. Now, and I will say this: what I like about the Dolphins is, after it seems that Tua maybe have settled down a little bit. After the whole trade deadline is passed, it seems like the team is resigned. All the turmoil. Are we get Watson? Are we not going to get? Seems like that subsided a little bit. The defense is stepping up and balling. I'm happy for Flores, and I'm good to see the team.
Well, you know what? I'm going to catch Roy Wood off guard here a little bit. Roy, I'm going to ask you a quick question. I know we're coming to you later in the show, but here's just my quick question to you. Are you supposed to get credit for stuff you're supposed to do? I just want to know real quick. That's all.
First off, the disrespect coming from Brother Chestnut's rectangle, I will not stand for. As a lifelong and sad Dolphins fan, as a man who showed up to Dan Marino's final game in Duval County in the AFC wild card where the Dolphins got monkey stomped, you will not question my fandom, but he is absolutely right.
He's absolutely right.
All right, well, I know I caught you off guard, Roy. We're going to come back to you. Hey, but right now we also have someone else in the building from the Chargers. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. You know what? As a matter of fact, hold on one second, guys. Before we bring him in, I want you guys to really quickly talk about the Ravens losing to the Steelers 20-19, and then I'm going to make an amendment here or something on the backstage. But talk about that game for me real quick.
So I saw at the very end of the game, did they go for two instead?
They went for two. Yes.
Instead of just taking the extra point,
yeah, they did. Yeah.
I mean, that's big cojones right there. I mean, goodness gracious, like. In the NFL, we do that. Like, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, I mean, they went. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro.
They went for two. They went for two. They went for the W. Listen, that division. When you have Cincinnati, well, mainly Baltimore, because the division for many years has been Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. They had their little rivalry going on there, and hey, they went for the win instead of the tie, and they came up short. But I think they're still leading their division. Yeah. And maybe they felt they were just trying to put the kill shot to Pittsburgh, but they gave Pittsburgh life. It's going to be interesting to see what happens the rest of the way out.
Keep going, guys.
Is that what they call in poker when you take all your chips and push them in?
Exactly.
Oh, man. They went all in, and you don't have to go all in right now. That's my thing.
Yeah, you're right. They could just play to go in overtime. The interesting part about that, though, too, is that the Ravens. It seems like they played a lot of close games this year, and they played just enough to either win it or just enough to lose it. And against that same Detroit team, they kicked a 90-yard field goal. I'm exaggerating, but it's long field goal.
It was like 87.
Yeah, exactly. Right, 87-yard field goal. So they're playing just on the cusp of some very close games, and I'm not sure how long they can continue to do that. And I think today it caught up with them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even though they play some close games, I mean, we talk about injuries, Morris, and you always get on me about my Saints with that. But I mean, they've come a long way since the start of the season, man. And I'm happy to see what they're doing thus far. And like you said, maybe it was a gamble. They're leading the division. They was like, maybe let's try to close the deal. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
They know they absolutely went for the jugular. It's just, I mean, playing ball as long as I did, I just know that. The emotion you know, that you have to carry into each and every game, into each and every battle. You know, getting up for a game and when you win, throw it in the trash 24 hours and go play again. When you lose, throw it in the trash, go play again. But goodness gracious, to lose a game so close and you're always going to second guess, well, should we have done this or should we have